Have you ever wished you could pause time just for a little while, so you could enjoy your favorite moments a bit longer? Or maybe you found yourself wondering where all the hours went as the sun sets, and you realize you haven't finished what you planned for the day. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Today, I want to share with you the story of a boy named Oliver, a story that might just change the way you look at time forever. Oliver was a 14-year-old boy living in a quiet English town. He had a mop of brown hair that always seemed a little messy, and a smile that could light up a room. But if there was one thing everyone knew about Oliver, it was that he loved to play. Every afternoon, as soon as school ended, he would race to the park with his friends, his football tucked under his arm, ready for another adventure. The park was Oliver's favorite place in the world. The grass was always green, the air was fresh, and the laughter of children echoed through the trees. For Oliver, time seemed to disappear when he was there. He would run, kick, and chase the ball for hours, never noticing how quickly the sky changed from blue to orange. His friends, however, were different. They always kept an eye on the clock. As soon as the streetlights flickered on one by one, they would say goodbye and head home. "See you tomorrow, Oliver," they'd call, waving as they left. But Oliver never wanted to leave. He would stay behind, practicing his shots, dribbling the ball, and dreaming of becoming a famous footballer one day. It wasn't just in the park that Oliver lost track of time. At home, his room was always a mess. Books scattered on the floor, clothes piled on the chair, and empty snack wrappers hiding under the bed. His mother would remind him every evening, "Oliver, please tidy your room before dinner." But somehow, he always forgot. He would get distracted, thinking, "I'll do it later." And then later would turn into tomorrow, and tomorrow into next week. School was no different. Oliver was smart, but he never seemed to have enough time for his homework. He would start an assignment, then get distracted by a new video game or a funny video online. "I'll finish it after this level," he'd tell himself. But by the time he looked at the clock, it was already bedtime. As the days passed, the unfinished tasks piled up. His teachers noticed that his homework was often late, and his grades began to slip. When exam season arrived, Oliver felt completely unprepared. He tried to study the night before, but there was too much to learn and not enough time. When the results came, Oliver's heart sank. He had failed his exams. For the first time, Oliver felt truly lost. He sat alone in his messy room, staring at the test papers, feeling a heavy weight in his chest. He didn't want to talk to his friends or play in the park. He just wanted to hide. One afternoon, as Oliver sat on a bench in the park, his football resting at his feet, he noticed someone watching him. It was Mr. Thompson, an old man who lived in the house next to the park. Mr. Thompson was known for his kind eyes and gentle smile. He often sat on the same bench, feeding the birds and reading the newspaper. That day, Mr. Thompson noticed that Oliver wasn't his usual cheerful self. He walked over and sat beside him. "You look troubled, Oliver," he said softly. "Is everything all right?" Oliver hesitated, but something about Mr. Thompson's voice made him want to talk. "I failed my exams," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. "I never seem to have enough time for anything. I don't know what to do." Mr. Thompson nodded, as if he understood exactly how Oliver felt. He looked out at the park, watching the sunlight dance on the grass. After a moment, he turned to Oliver and said, "Let me tell you a story." Oliver looked up, curious. He had always liked Mr. Thompson's stories. "When I was your age," Mr. Thompson began, "I loved to play cricket with my friends. We would spend hours in the field, just like you do now. But I was always the last one to leave. I thought there would always be more time, more days to play, more chances to win. But one summer, my father fell ill. I had to help at home, and suddenly I realized how much time I had wasted. I wished I could go back and use my time better, not just for fun, but for my family, my studies, and my dreams." He paused, letting the words sink in. "Time is like the sand in an hourglass, Oliver. You can't stop it, and you can't get it back once it's gone. Every minute you spend is a minute you'll never see again. But if you use your time wisely, you can build a life you're proud of." Oliver listened carefully. He had never thought about time that way before. Mr. Thompson smiled gently. "It's not wrong to play and have fun, but you must also make time for the things that matter, your studies, your family, your dreams. If you learn to manage your time now, you'll find that you have enough for everything." For the first time, Oliver understood. He realized that he had been letting time slip through his fingers, always thinking there would be more. But now he saw that every moment was precious. That evening, Oliver went home with a new sense of purpose. He started by cleaning his room, picking up the books and clothes, and putting everything in its place. It wasn't easy, and it took longer than he expected, but when he finished, he felt a sense of pride. The next day, Oliver made a plan. He set aside time for homework, for chores, and for playing in the park. He used a small notebook to write down his tasks and check them off as he completed them. At first, it was hard to stick to the schedule. Sometimes he wanted to play longer or skip his chores. But he remembered Mr. Thompson's words and pushed himself to keep going. Slowly, things began to change. Oliver's grades improved, and his teachers noticed his hard work. His mother was happy to see his room clean and his homework done on time. Even his friends saw a difference. Oliver was still the same fun-loving boy, but now he was more responsible and confident. One afternoon, as Oliver was leaving the park, he saw Mr. Thompson sitting on the bench, smiling at him. Oliver ran over and said, "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I finally understand the value of time." Mr. Thompson nodded, his eyes twinkling. "I'm proud of you, Oliver. Remember, time is the most valuable thing you have. Use it well, and you can achieve anything you set your mind to." From that day on, Oliver never took time for granted. He learned to balance fun and responsibility, and he grew into a young man who made the most of every moment. And whenever he saw the sun setting over the park, he remembered the lesson that changed his life, the true value of time. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the lesson from Oliver's story. Time is the one resource we all share equally, yet it's the one thing we can never get back once it's gone. Every day, we are given 24 hours, a gift that is both precious and powerful. How we choose to spend those hours shapes our future, our happiness, and our success. It's easy to think that we have plenty of time, that there will always be another day to do what matters. But the truth is, time waits for no one. The minutes you spend today, whether on your dreams, your studies, or with your loved ones, are investments in the person you will become tomorrow. If you waste your time, you lose opportunities that may never return. But if you value your time, if you use it wisely, you can achieve things you never thought possible. So ask yourself, are you making the most of your time? Are you balancing fun with responsibility, dreams with discipline? Remember, it's not about doing everything at once, but about making small, consistent choices every day. Start by setting simple goals, making a plan, and sticking to it. Celebrate your progress, learn from your mistakes, and never forget that every moment counts. The story of Oliver teaches us that it's never too late to change, to start valuing your time, and to build a future you can be proud of. Make every second matter, because the value of time is the value of your life. What about you? Have you ever struggled to manage your time? Share your story in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to make every moment count. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful, motivational stories. See you in the next video.